Hello Andrea.
Hello Stéphane.
Thank you to help me. I wanted to, instead of translating the video, I think it's easier for the people to have it in their own language, to just listen. Not that I'm talking English like English people, but I mean, I can be listen, and I'm sure that the people who are in the same level of English than me can understand what I'm saying and why I'm doing this kind of purpose.
Yes, I will always also try to speak in English what the people can understand.
Yeah,
because also mine is not very good.
Yeah, in fact, this video is about the way of changing alimentation. Why we had to change a few years ago, and how we change, and it's simple questions, but can maybe the questions could, I think, help a lot of people. And just to have this video in French, I was a little bit pity for my friends here in Germany, the Indian guys. I met a lot of strangers here. I was one of them. And I have the feeling that this might help a lot of people. So,
yes,
let's start.
The questions what are here can also be for them very interesting. So, for example, when and what was triggering the triggering factor to change your way of eating?
The way of changing the alimentation for me was, in fact, there were not one. There were few. There were one with somebody called Sophie Marceau, who was on the television and who had a show with Michel Drucker, and who was talking about a professor, a cancerologue, really somebody who was really caring for people, and who was explaining that we are what we eat. And a lot of cancer could be avoided just to change and to understand what we are eating and how we are eating. I think this was the first in my life what could be really what was like a warning. There were another one when I visited my cardiologist, who was with a blood exam, what I had, a normal blood exam, and I asked him about why I had no potassium. And he said, yeah, it's normal, you are taking medicament for your high blood pressure, and this is eating your potassium. But I say, I'm taking this kind of pill since 20 years. It's now, because I'm investigating, that I know that potassium is very important for the health, that you tell me that. I say, okay, I didn't say my cardiologist, but I say after myself, I said, this cannot be. I mean, when you go to the doctor, you give your health in between his hands, and then you have this kind of answers. You say, okay, I have to investigate myself. So then I started to be, and the last was because of my wife, because of Andréa. Then she had many problems with digesting problems, intolerances. And we could not even go in weekend. It was not even in vacation. We were not talking about vacation. We were talking about weekend, that we had to stop every hours or every half an hour. We didn't know, in fact. It was not even planned. It was something that we could not plan. We needed toilet. We are knowing the toilet and all of the highways and the surrounding. And this was really to say, okay, it was not even for me at the beginning. It was really something to say, okay, something has to change. It doesn't work this way. I was taking 7 medicaments when I came here in Germany, and I was 21 or 26 kilos more than now. So sure that it's everything. It brings a lot, in fact.
So, and how did you start? In what way?
In fact, we started slowly. In fact, we took away the red meat out of our alimentation. First, it was one of the first things we did, less meat. Then we started with less cooking, with a steam cooker, something which is lightly cooking, but to keep the vitamins and minerals and something inside. But in fact, we did it for these changes were about 3 years that we had to search everything by ourselves, and we were really investigating here and there, and the books, and we read a lot. We had really a lot of a big parcours, a big way, and this took a while, and we started this way. We started to cook less, to bring life, in fact, in what we were eating, but it was not enough.
Yeah, and what was your motivation then? What makes you move forward, or made you move forward?
Because you can feel really, you can feel it really in few weeks. You feel already the difference in your head, in your body, evacuation, in the toilet. You feel it really. It's not magic, but almost. It's really like, fuck, my body understand what I'm doing. He does really forward what I was. He's not healing something here when you want to have it here. He has his own priorities. Everywhere where you think, okay, here it has to be. Your body is working, and it really you feel it really fast. So this is giving you a good motivation to stop, then to go forward, and then to say, okay, it's the good direction.
Yeah, so what, for example, what was a good thing, what you had feeling that the body is working better or different?
A better digestion, better evacuation, the skin better, losing weight when you had really overweight, because in fact the problem of weight, it's not that you are eating too much, it's more the way of that you are not eating something what's recognized by your body, what it doesn't know what to do with, so it's doing it beside. This is the fact what we have. When you digest, you can eat as much as you want. When you know what you have to eat, this was really important. And the sleep, better thoughts, better thinking, more happy. It's difficult to describe everything because it's so much, and I think it will depend of each of you who are deciding to go this way, because we have all a different story. So it's really everybody is different. So I think it might be different signs for everybody. It doesn't matter. In fact, you feel that you are better.
So you think it's urgent to eat differently?
Yeah.
To stop eat fish and other stuff?
Yeah. Because in fact we are the companies who are selling you, who are telling you first at the television. It's a television which is selling you that meat. You need protein, animal protein. You need this kind of sugar, fast sugar, slow sugar, and in fact it makes the things so complicated that in this, because few things are true, but in these few things true, they are making a lot of things wrong on purpose. They are saying, for example, that the milk is full of calcium, and we need calcium. This is true. What they just miss as information is that we cannot digest the calcium what's in the milk because it's not made for us. It's just as simple as that. The milk is a beautiful drink for a cow, not for us. When you will see a cow which is taking the milk from another cow, then you call me, and then you do pictures, and then you send it to me, and then we will prove. When you would be able to eat meat, when we will be made to eat meat, first you will be able to attract your prey, then to eat it like this without cooking, because in the nature, if you see one animal who is doing a barbecue and who is cooking his meat, then the same, you take a picture. So in fact we are a little bit corrupted with this industrial way, because in fact the companies are not lying, they are just not telling completely the truth. And industrial, they are not bad, they are doing a lot of good stuff, but industrial, what they are companies which are selling a product, so they will not say that their product is shit, they try to sell. So this is exactly this. It's not bad. They are not bad people, just that they are selling a product. You have to understand. So you can understand, you can read books, and you can. Who wants to know to be doctor? Nobody. It's too long, it's too, for what? So we are trusting the doctors, but the doctors are the same. They got taught to sell chemie, medicament, exactly like a company. They are doing business with your health, and this is the problem. Then we start to get sick. So they are saying always, doesn't matter, we have another pill for that. Oh, it's okay, eat what you want, we have another pill for that. We have a diabetes pill, we have a painkiller pill, we have a this pill. And then you come, like my mother, at the end of her life, you are breaking, your bones are breaking from just a normal walk. And because of what? Because of the milk she drank all her life, and she was thinking that this will save her from that. It makes the other way, and then with 20 pills in front of the table, that even a nurse is coming to count your pill, because there is so much pills that you don't know what. But for what? For going against what nature intended for us, to eat what's digestible and what's made for our digesting system.
So when we would go back to eating vegetables or everything what's nature, what's natural, and not treated and not transformed to something else, this would be enough. But you say also, no, this is not enough. So just to eat raw and not cooked and raw would be better. You said already. Yeah,
we know now with thank you the scientists, thank you all these people who are looking for the small the microscope electronic to go more deep, more inside. Now we are checking what's living in our body. We are made of milliards of cells, which are all of them doing some special stuff, but they are living. They have a digesting system. All cells we have, they have a digesting system. They have something to reproduce. They have something to eat, and then they die also. So we have our system something to clean the old cells and to renew our system. We are from the top to the toes. We are completely new in 1 year. The cells in your throat, they are made every 15 days or something like that. I cannot remember exactly, but all parts in our body is renewed every now and then. So in fact, the body, in 1 year, you have a complete new body. Nothing is old. And when you eat the good things, thank you the scientists again, what they looked inside, every time you are eating something what's living, so it means that you take a carrot from the ground. This is living. You take the earth away, you clean it, you put it in the fridge, it's still living. You wait 1 week, 2 weeks, it's still living, because you take this carrot, you put it back in the earth, it will start to grow again, to do leaves again. This is living. Now you put it in the pot, full, like it is. You put it in the pot and you cook it. Put it back in the earth. Then it's not living. Then it's not bringing for ourselves enough minerals. And when you have the stress at work, when you have a stressy work, when you are living in a city, you don't have a good oxygen, you don't have a good surrounding like we have the chance to have here with birds in the background and stuff, when you don't have a good alimentation, because you are eating transformed products from the industry, which are thinking about doing business. It's what they are made. They are not. It's not bad. They are just making business. Then it doesn't work. Then for the body, at the beginning you have enough reserve to get health, to be healthy. But after a while, your health is coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down. We have less sun in our country. For example, I'm living in Germany. We have less sun than other regions from the south. This sun is also bringing you health. When you have this, then it's making, negative points for your health. So more negative points you have, then you have the sickness, illnesses which are coming and which are appearing in your life, one after the other one. When you can hear this, when you can hear these problems you have in your life, then you are paying attention, that you change a little bit your way of eating. You are eating a little bit more living things. Then you are on the way back to health.
So you were already telling me a little bit of the arguments for changing the way we are eating. So are there others that it's important?
Other arguments?
Yeah.
I think that when you get birth, you have what we call the 4 pillars of life. You are the first one. You breathe. When you come out of the womb of your mother, you breathe. Then you eat. You sleep, and you poops. You evacuate. When you respect these four parts in your life, there's no need. When you eat something living, when you are breathing good, you're eating good, you sleep good, everything should be fine. Our body is not made to be sick. In fact, our body is not made to be always this way, with Wi-Fi in the house, with this electricity, electro-smog everywhere. This is causing, it's not something what's making you sick. It's things. So take away some bad things and then your health will come up. But you have to help him with alimentation. Alimentation is a very tricky part. We are eating 3 times a day. When you don't get the point of what's important, what's good for you, what's bringing you life, what helps your cells to regenerate, but then you can poison your body 3 times a week, 2 times a day. 3 times a day that your body is fighting. It's quite a lot.
Yeah, so the benefits of this change of diet are then to be more healthy, or is there something else? How can you be sure that this way is the best way to eat?
But in fact, it's like I said at the beginning, it makes sense. We can make it as complicated that less people are understanding. More you make something complicated, more the people, like doctors, for example, it's quite a complicated work, and there's not all doctors which are working for the pharmacy. A lot of people are doing their work good, but like everywhere, few are obstinated and are just pro-chimie. The thing is that it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So you can take a painkiller when you have a pain. The problem is why you have a pain here. If you don't understand the body, which is giving a warning, the pain is a warning to say, hey, something has to change. Then you take a painkiller, and after a while, your articulation is dead. Because you just put down the fire, but it doesn't mean that inside it doesn't burn. So after a moment when it's broken, you cannot do something else but this way of getting better, it's really easy to understand. It's really, you are eating healthy means living food, vegetable, different, a lot, what you like, what you from season, from the nearest farmer beside. This is the best because it's fresh. They take it from the earth, you eat it, then there is much more energy. You can understand that when you get something from the earth in Spain, the time for it, when I say Spain, it's not even too far, but when it comes from the other side of the earth, it comes by boat, it comes by train, after it comes by truck to go to your shop. In these weeks, what's in cases, the energy of the vegetables and fruits are coming down. So it's bringing you what's in. It cannot bring you more than what's in. So when there's almost no energy inside, it cannot bring you this kick, regeneration.
No, and I think also then to eat bio products are anyways better than
Of course, this bio, I think I would like to do a video for that. It's a special bio. Is it really important for bio? Because there's a lot of bio, there's also bio industry. I would like to do it before that everybody is buying bio, that they are selling it 4 times the price of what it's worth. And so it's much more expensive for a small family, for example, a small family with one, for example, of the parents which are working, 2 children. It's very difficult to afford bio. The problem is really the bio from a big supermarket. It's not better than the farmer which is not doing bio beside your house. Because the energetic level, what's in the vegetables, are better from the farmer. When you go in the market and you have the chance to have a farmer beside, you buy it from the market, it's much better than to buy a bio in a big supermarket. Because the big supermarket, they are producing bio in an industrial way. So they don't care about the earth, they don't care about how it's produced, they just want to have a nice vegetables. It means that maybe in the nice vegetables, there's nothing in. It's when they don't care about earth, when they don't, this is complicated. So I would like to do a special video for that. I think it might be interesting to develop this a little bit more.
But yeah, so what advice would you give the people to succeed in going ahead this new way of eating over time when they are strong enough to start it?
Yeah, I think the strongest part is really to start, to decide yourself, to say, I'm bored about this system, I'm bored about how my body is reacting, I have pain everywhere, I have my hair which are falling, my teeth which are going away. It's really, when you decide that, the benefit of it, these changes are coming very fast. And this is giving you really the heart to go ahead and to say, fuck, it works. But you have to be strong and you have to know exactly this is why I'm doing this kind of video, what is going good and what can be bad. Because, for example, my wife was intolerant to tomatoes. So when you are eating, you think you are eating good, but in fact you are intolerant to something what's natural. How to know that? How to deal with that? At the beginning when you change your alimentation, you can have a lot of gas. You can have because your body is reacting with what you are giving. And when you are giving something good, you will have the strength to put out what's bad. But it has to be out, so it can be through the skin, it can be in the toilet, it depends of you because you are unique.
So it can be worse at the beginning.
It can be worse at the beginning. So this is this phase you have really to know it before, that when you start to eat living things, when you start to eat vegetables and fruits, mainly sprouts, seeds, etc., etc., you have to have a phase with a cleaning phase. So then you have to be aware of that, to listen and to say, okay, this is just a passage where my body is cleaning. When this is over, then you are, but it's a long process, and it's not something, okay, we decide, okay, tomorrow I'm eating this way, I will eat better. You have to learn first, then to come this way. But when you have an idea, you heard somebody who is doing it, you are, hey, go ahead, it's just pleasure.
And the way of eating different, this is then also affecting your, the relationships you have, the friendship for your friends or your family, whatever, because when they are not doing this, or you want to go to the restaurant, or you are invited somewhere, how to deal with that?
This is, I think, not the... This is what we say at the beginning, to say, oh no, it's too complicated, I don't want to go. But in fact, when you are deciding this kind of way, you can say, for example, I'm eating when I'm home, it's 90% of the time. I'm caring. I'm doing myself home something I take pleasure with, because it doesn't mean that you have to eat a carrot. Quoi de neuf, doctor? It means that you can prepare, you can do raw stuff, you can do living, you can prepare also. It can be very fast in the blender, but it can be also a preparation for having guests or something. But in fact, when you are going in this way, not to be out of the system, not to be out of your family, but when you are invited to your family, but you eat like them. As simple as that. In fact, that you are keeping in your life, when you go in a restaurant, for example, you eat what you want. And when it's once a week or one day a week, for example, you say, okay, Saturday, it's my day. I will drink a glass of wine. I will eat a pizza. I don't know what's making you greedy of, but you will say, you will tell. In fact, this way of living, it's not a diet. It will make you healthy, like a diet, but it's not a diet that it's not this yo-yo diet, you know. I never took any gram more because I'm eating this way most of the time, and in fact, all what you are eating, even if I'm eating a lot, I digest everything. Everything goes in the toilet after. You have no, you don't keep anything because it's just. Your body is made this way. So in fact, you eat what's good for your body, and you can in between, you go with your friends, you go with your parents, you go with your... You are informed. You know what's the puzzle. After, when you take one piece out, one piece outside, 2, 3, and then after you feel, oh, okay, I abused a little bit. Because when you go this way, your body will have much more strength to react. It means that when you are taking poison or something you think is good, but it's not good, a breakfast with bread and with confiture and with milk and with cereals and something, you take this kind of breakfast, your body is always prioritizing this digestion process. So when you are eating this kind of stuff, your body is fighting against. It's like you are underwater, and your body is trying always to keep the mouth out of the water, not to die. This is the digestion problem when you are eating without knowing what you are eating, and to get free. Because you know what you are, then you learn. And I taught you, or whatever, you learn it, what's good. Then you start that the level of the water is getting lower and lower. And then your body is starting to react, to say, hey, what's this you give me to eat? I don't like this. And then it's burning, then your body is strong. It's not that you are digesting less. It's just that your body is strong enough to tell you, hey, this is shit what you ate now.
So you get more contact to your body.
You get more in contact with yourself, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with the earth, with yourself, you are much more in contact, and you are much more happy because all the cells from your toes to the head are working much better. There's much more connection inside.
Did your taste change? I mean, is it the same that you still like to drink wine or something?
Personally, not. I don't like to drink wine anymore, but I like to be able to. When 1 month ago I was going with one friend, and I said, "Oh, let's take a glass of wine." I drank it. It was not that beautiful that I was thinking, but it was nice. It was a nice time. You know, I'm not regretting. What I would regret, it's not to have tried.
And not to think at the beginning that you are not able to do this anymore.
No.
This would make you a little bit scared because it would be more in a way of a diet, but it is not.
Yeah, genau. It's more like a dogma.
Yeah, genau.
In fact, it should not be like a dogma. It should more be like we are doing with children, to make them eat fruits and vegetables. It's really easy with children. I will not come to this topic here because we will talk for hours, but it's easy to give them fruits done with really a lot of sugar, a lot of what the fruits are made for. They are taking the young children. They are taking this like it's legally it's delicious stuff for them. But this is really you have pleasure to prepare cakes. We're preparing cakes, but raw, living cakes. So when you are eating living things, you are not cooking because you understood. I think that when you cook things, you can look in the microscope. This is why I say scientists, thank you, because you cook something and you look in the microscope, there's all, and we know it. Vitamins, minerals they are still in, but vitamins they are gone, they are dead. In fact, we need for our body, which is living, really an amount of vitamins which is very high. Yeah.
Yeah. So at the end, I think I just have one question more. It's what you can tell the people who are very skeptical about this way of eating. Because there are always people who say, "Oh God, no, let me."
Let me quiet with that. I would say, try it. Have fun. Don't listen what people are saying. Just try it. What it costs? 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Already in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 month, you will already feel so much that you will go ahead. And if it's not your way, it's not your way. Then what did you lose? I'm not saying that you should not eat. I just say that you should learn to eat what's something living for your cells, to fit your cells which are living. It's just an exchange of good things. So try, have fun. This is really the thing what I would say. Huh?
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, then.
Let's try.
Thank you, and then
You're welcome.
I wish you a very good regeneration, and take care. Have a nice day. Ciao.